All right, so I ran into an issue with the second review bot for the UK hardware stores when I was making the video. Uh which really um reminds me of why I wanted somebody to help me make the videos to begin with, because it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass because you're ready to make the video, but then you're recording the video and then there's something wrong and you have to go fix it. And then there's something else wrong, and there's something else wrong. And by the time you finally fix everything, you don't want to make the video anymore. All your energy for being on camera and presentable and choosing the right words and all that are has been drained away. Um so it is nice to, like, when I get in that situation and then I just have somebody else make the video. That's pretty sweet. But anyways, apparently that is not an option in this world, in this life. So, yeah, that's really unfortunate. So I made the one, and it's also really fucking stupid because before I could make as many review bots as I wanted in one go, and now I'm struggling to make one. It's so frustrating. Moving backwards. But assuming I can fix whatever this problem is, there's making the three other review bots should be pretty easy. It's only three that weren't WordPress sites, so I just want to make these five chatbots, and that's all. I don't know. I probably just didn't sleep. It is Monday in Asia right now, isn't it? What time is it in Taiwan right now?
Right now in Taiwan, it's about 9:50 in the morning on December 15th, 2025. So they're about 14 hours ahead of Central Standard Time.
Okay. I feel like I should try to contact Taiwan, but SEO agencies in Taiwan, but also I'm very sleep deprived.
Yeah, that time difference definitely makes it a bit of a juggle. If you're running low on sleep, it might be a good idea to catch some rest first and then reach out to those agencies when you're feeling more alert. They'll still be there when you're ready.
Yeah, but it'll be nighttime for them, so they will not be working.
True, that's a good point. If you mess now, you'd basically be flipping your schedule a bit to catch them during their workday. So it's like a little time zone dance. But yeah, getting some rest and then tackling it fresh might be a win win.
Can you list SEO agencies in Taiwan?
Sure. So a few SEO agencies in Taiwan include companies like I Am Robert Digital Design, a handful of others. Basically, you'll want to pick an agency that fits your industry and has good reviews so you know they're a good match for your needs.
Do you know which agencies I've already done demos for?
Yes, you've mentioned a few times that you've done demos for some Taiwanese agencies before. For example, you've talked about doing localized manifests and demos for certain Taiwanese agencies and even mentioned using traditional Chinese for them. So you definitely have a few of those agencies already in your directory and demo pipeline.
Can you find more SEO agencies in Taiwan?
So, just to give you a quick rundown, I found a few SEO agencies in Taiwan you could look into, like Digital Marketing Taiwan. Basically, it's a good idea to check out their industry experience, the kind of services they offer, and what their clients say about them. So, you can find one that really fits what you need.
Digital marketing Taiwan, huh?
Yeah, that's one example that popped up. There are definitely others out there too, but that gives you a starting point. Once you're vested up and ready to roll, you can dive in and see which agency matches your needs.
Can you find some web design freelancers in Taiwan?
Design freelancers in Taiwan, you can check out platforms like Upwork, Twine, Dribble, Truelancer, or Guru. Each of these sites lets you browse through profiles, check out portfolios, and find someone who matches your project needs.
List.
Absolutely. Here you go. Upwork, Twine, Dribble, Truelancer, Guru. You can explore those platforms and find plenty of freelancers in Taiwan.
Are any of those Taiwan native?
Some of them definitely are. On platforms like Upwork or Twine, you'll find freelancers who are based in Taiwan and are native to the area. So you'll definitely be able to find some local talent once you start browsing through the listings.
It's interesting because for starters, well, when I did it before, like a year or two ago, I would like call my friends and tell them like, hey, we're live streaming, and then they'd like want to, it's like gives them this, even though nobody's watching, they like try to put on a show for the audience. Just saying things that they think are funny or whatever, right? I am, yeah. No, my end of the conversation is audible on the live stream, but your end is not because you're on the headset that's plugged directly in my phone. I mean, if you're worried about it, you can go on the live stream and check for yourself whether or not you're audible. But yeah, so before I would invite people, to come on, and people would like say things in the chat and stuff. And since I started doing it again, before it was like a fun thing to do once in a while, but now it's like a weird compulsive thing that I've got going on. But So occasionally I tell people like, hey, you should jump on the live stream. Because in my mind, like what it is like what it's supposed to be. It's like this is my virtual office. I'm literally like showing you I'm at work. I'm showing you this is what I'm working on. You can jump in the chat and say something, and if it's like a potential client, we could start a potential sale through the chat on the YouTube. And everything is being documented. My work processes are being documented. My like yeah, if that was a sale, if that was a sales method. Whatever. Anyways, it's all documented. And then so what I didn't realize, the thing is that what happened was I started like listening to them a lot. And I listened to my own live streams like constantly. Like I pretty much just make live streams and then go to sleep while listening to my live streams. That's the only two things that I do. So like everything is getting captured. Everything is getting documented. Well, I don't know. It's just, for starters, it's just kind of weird because I wasn't sure like what it was like. At first, I was like kind of self-conscious about it, or I was like trying to get people involved, trying to get people to watch, trying to get people to go on the chat, you know. But at a certain point, like I just enjoy watching the videos myself so much that it like took on a life of its own. And now I'm like, I just want to live stream every single thing that happens to me. There's like a Black Mirror episode where somebody has like where every single person has like a camera in their eye. And at any time they want, they can like rewind and review their own vision. I don't know either, but it's like that. It's the cool shit. There's like the moments when like those guys, when I got angry at those guys and screamed at them and kicked them out, or like just what I was thinking about last Wednesday morning or something, like it's on there. So I'll just call me. Okay. Hey. How's it going? Yeah. You don't sound very happy. Well, that's why you're not happy? What are you planning us? Oh. What's up? I mean, not really any particular reason, but I just want to catch up with you, and I'm just very tired. So I was like, I can't really work, so but I don't really want to go to sleep, so it'd be a good time to catch up. Yeah. Interesting. She's in your class? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So it's a very normal term of interaction. 这样啊，真的呀？是不是这样啊？There's a lot of different types of Beijing accents. There's like the formal Beijing accent, and then there's like the way Beijingers actually talk. Okay. Cool. Perfect. You guys are like Daria and Jane. That's a good thing, right? You think that she thinks that psychology? What word did you use? Tied it in with Chinese history. Yeah. I mean that's very interesting. But I think that one because that's a path that's a topic that I got very interested in at one point. And I studied it a lot. Because it's like like intelligence. You want to work for the military or something, and then they have you do these like psychological profiles. It's one way of working in the intelligence agencies is you can specialize in doing psychological profiles of world leaders. And I kind of wanted to do that. Like that was a thing that I was really. That was like my dream career path at one point in time. But I do think that there's like a lot of people massively overvalue, or they overestimate how much of the things that the world leaders are like taking into consideration is public. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know all of the information that they do, and then you see what decision they make, you can give them you can analyze their psychological profile based on that. Are you following me? What do you think I'm talking about? Right. So then it's like something else, if you it's like, oh, I'm doing the psychological analysis person. I have this psychological profile. That's like, actually, he had a gun to his back the whole time. When he was giving that speech, there was a gun to his back. Now your psychological profile is totally destroyed because there was another factor that was unseen to you. So I think there's just a lot more unseen factors that influence leaders one way or another. Anyways, so that's something that she's interested in. Psychology. Are you interested in psychology a lot too, or she just talks to you about that? Yeah. It definitely does kind of tie in with the whole social intelligence thing. So she came from Beijing recently? Oh, okay. But she's just having issues with having very Chinese parents and being in the US, basically. Cool. I'm moving to Taiwan. Unless something bad happens. Oh yeah. Is that your class or the last year that moved to Taiwan after graduating? Well, I hope you can do the Taiwan trip if I'm out there. Well, I can come visit you there probably. I mean, Taiwan's not a huge place. It's got pretty good transportation network. So. No, I would hope maybe you and Grant could both come out. Just Taiwan as well. There's no visa, and the flight isn't that expensive. But, you know, I was kind of feeling like I didn't want to, you know, obviously when my dad, you know, when I was about your age, my dad moved to New Jersey and that's told you many times about how devastating that was for me. So, you know, I never wanted to put you in a situation where we are separated by a large geographic area, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, I was reading these, like, this just stupid little thing on Instagram or whatever, but it was like it's, you know, when you were younger, I like had to like, you needed like clothes and food, and so now for the most part, you're like able to handle those things for yourself. So honestly, like my main role is something where we can talk on the phone. You know? Do you think that's true or no? But I mean, the way things are, it's like I'm not making any money here, and then with you guys living here, it's like you couldn't even come back. There's no way to go back to the way things were. You know? I mean, we held on to it as long as we could. But I mean, as long as you're like, as long as you're eating well, I think, you know, we can talk when I'm in Taiwan. And, you know, I have a lot of things to tell you about what's going on in Taiwan. And, you know, you can probably learn a lot from it. And, you know, we can hopefully get to the point where you can visit on a regular basis. And yeah. I don't know. Maybe you could consider like going there for college or something, you know. So I'm not saying you should do that or any of these things are things I want you to do. I'm just saying like we don't have to think of it like, well, all right, I'm moving to Asia and like, good luck here in America, you know. Like but I don't know, I mean, don't tell your mom that, please. Yeah. Just don't tell her. But yeah, I couldn't really believe it honestly because I just told her I was like, it's actually it would be cheaper for me to move to Taiwan and pay one sort of here. Like the ticket price plus the rent there is. Rent is just too expensive. It's insane. I mean, it's been that same way since for as long as we've been here. But I think that going to Taiwan will really like be something that can boost my business. But if I can't boost my business, like you can get a lot there. So yeah, I would much prefer to avoid that. But you know, if I have to do that. I honestly think that if everything's okay and I'm like established over there and everything, then you could consider going there for high school. But again, I wouldn't pressure you to go down that route. But if you came there to visit and you liked it, you know, then you might decide that that would be something you would want to do. But I don't know, I just said that to grandma. I didn't expect her to be like, yeah, okay, move to Taiwan. Like, clearly she wants me to like go far away. You know, and as long as I'm broke and she's giving me money, she gets to manipulate me in those ways. Are you okay? Anyways, you know, it's like coming back here to America. I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my Chinese, but then it actually got better because I was doing the online interpreting, right? Where it's like when I left China, I was like, oh, I probably wanted to be friends with Taylor again. Well, then we actually became better friends because we talked on the phone all the time. Or like my relationship with my dad was the best we've ever had during COVID because we talked on the phone every week, right? So I don't know. I just feel like, honestly, like we can talk on the phone, and that's it. And, you know, like we probably will have more to talk about when I'm in Taiwan than here. So I don't know that me being here is actually really necessary or helpful. And I think I can probably make more money in Taiwan. I mean, you know, like the thing is here, like as a white dude that speaks Chinese, that doesn't help you at all. Nobody knows I speak. It doesn't mean anything here. But when I'm in Taiwan, it like means something because they automatically they're like, oh, you can communicate with us, you can work with us, and you can also help us communicate and sell to Americans because you're American, you know. But in America, when somebody just sees me, they don't know all of that about me right away because it means nothing to them that I speak Chinese. It's totally worthless. And I'm just so sick of not being around. I have to be around Chinese people. I can't. I don't want to be around American people. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you'd ever be able or willing to help me with some stuff the way that you used to? Like, if I'm trying to make a chatbot for a Taiwanese company, and I need some like a video or some little help with it here, or like research about a company, like a list of companies, and then decide which company I should focus on trying to sell to, things like that. Because then, you know, you're researching Taiwanese companies, whatever. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. I'm not going to try to pressure you into doing it. But I don't know. I feel like it might be kind of fun at some point because, like, you can learn all about Taiwan and then, you know, at some point you can come visit. Yeah, okay. Where were we at in the summer? I don't know. I mean, because I'm a little bit confused, to be honest, about that, because it's like, the way Grandma says it, it's like, you hated helping me with those things, and I was a terrible person for asking you to help, and the fact that I was forcing you to work was like the horrific thing, and I should be in jail for it, you know? And like, I know that sometimes you were annoyed, and sometimes I asked you to do things you didn't want to do, and sometimes I was like, just too stubborn and aggressive about it. But I think like on the whole, it wasn't like you completely hated doing those things. You know what I mean? right? Like it wasn't the reason you stopped coming here wasn't like purely because I was making you do those things, was it? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Right. It was like a combination of just me being too stressed to function as a human being and too poor to provide anything for you. And also that you would prefer not to do the things I was asking you to do, right? Was there any other reason? I mean, it wasn't like there's one specific thing. It was more just like every single thing was just more and more difficult, more and more inconvenient for everybody. Is that right? I don't want to put words in your mouth. If you want to say something, but. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you, again, I don't know all the things that I've ever said about it. It's like, if you know how my business works and you know how all the pieces work and everything, and my business is making money, then at any time you can jump in and just have income and have money and have, like, if you want to come to Taiwan and have a job, like a good paying job right away, that gives you options in life, So if you just like help me with little things here and there, like little bits of research and little bits of feedback on things and like testing things, then you understand how everything's working, and like it's really easy for you to jump in and actually make money and help me make money at some point in. What do you think about all this? Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Okay. What was that? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking there's like 100 Cantonese restaurants in Taiwan. Like in all of Taiwan, there's only about 100 Cantonese restaurants. And I'm wondering if that's like a good potential target. So that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Like, if you wanted to go look at their websites for all 100 of those, I mean, one, 5 at a time, whatever. So, and just look and like see if you can. I don't know, but are you trying? Do you kind of know what I'm getting at? Because you did a whole bunch of this stuff before, so I don't know how much I really even need to explain. You kind of already know what I'm getting at, right? Or like if there's like a demo, if I made a demo chatbot for that restaurant, and you just have to say that you have to like introduce the chatbot, but like in Chinese. Is that something you could do? And like I have a whole bunch of videos where I've done it in Chinese and in English, so you can watch those if you want to. Like, if there's anything you're not clear about what to say and how to explain it, and then you just do those. That's something you'd be willing to do at some point, possibly. That is good. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what's. I'm glad I have something to look forward to, because otherwise, this Christmas, what I wouldn't miss much. You know, I completely lost my mind on Thanksgiving. Christmas is gonna be. I was just so depressed. I was so depressed, and I just didn't care about anything. I was just being really stupid and drinking to the point of being sick and getting high and just. I'm just so depressed, you know, like that I couldn't. If I became sober for a second, yeah, like just there's no money, no family, nobody to talk to. It's cold outside. I don't have any food, and like everybody hates me, and I'm just like, well, what the hell is the point of my life? You know, and it's like it's gonna happen again on Christmas. You know, and you can't work like normally. If it's a normal day, I have to work. So I don't think about, oh, it's a holiday. You're supposed to do your family on your holiday, but I can't do my family because my family hates me. You know, I don't have time to think those thoughts because I'm busy working. But then when everything's closed for Christmas, and it's like, okay, well, even if I get this done, I can't call them, I can't show them, I can't try to make a sale because their business is closed. And then it just seems like, okay, there's no much point in doing anything. So you stop working. It's like, okay, so there's nothing. I can't eat. I can't talk to anybody. I can't go out and meet people. You know, I've got absolutely nobody in my life, regardless of whether it's like a friend or a girlfriend or anything. Nobody, just my own self. Day after day after day. You know, it's just like this is. Anybody would go crazy. And I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, why doesn't grandma just be like, yeah, come to Thanksgiving, just come and have dinner with us? You know, like, what the hell? Why is that so difficult? Yeah, like, she'd rather I move to Taiwan than I join them for Thanksgiving. So you can save all of this money. You don't have to spend all of this money. You don't have to do all of this. All we have to do is just get together, and if we get into a fight, instead of being like, well, that's it, you're cut off forever, you just apologize and continue having a relationship. I know that's always been the thing though. Everybody in the family can have fights with each other and it doesn't destroy the relationship. But if I have a fight with somebody, then they never talk to me again because I'm not like a full-fledged member of the family. I'm like there on a conditional basis. Right? Like Allie's got her two parents right there, right? And then over in Colorado, Annie and Brian, they got their two parents. And so if they get into a fight, it's just a fight. It's normal fighting within a family. But when I have a problem, you're like, okay, you're just gonna never talk to me ever again. And they want to talk to my ex-wife and my daughter, but not me. You know, it's the type of thing that makes me kind of angry when I think about it for too long, which I normally don't. I'm busy, but like on Christmas, I'm just sitting here thinking about that, just getting angry, just getting depressed. Like, I don't know. It's totally possible that I'll just go crazy, do something bad. You know, and sometimes I think like, Grandma did this intentionally to try to make you not come here anymore, and that her and you are together, manipulating you and manipulating the situation to like ruin my life basically. To deprive me of the only good thing I've ever had my entire life, which was you. And I can get really angry about that. But you know what? I was just trying not to think about it. Because at the end of the day, I just have to keep on trying to start this business and make money. I don't know, sorry I'm rambling on and on. I know that's probably the reason you got angry at me in the first place, just because I was rambling on and on in the last few phone calls. But yeah, so I don't know, like, if it's, I'm kind of like, one part of me is like, oh, this is such a good idea, moving to Taiwan, it's been so perfect, I've been wanting to do this for so long. Every winter, there's a period of time when I'm like, you know, I can just move to Taiwan. But, you know, another part of me is like, no, this is just like purely like a psychotic break, manic episode, desperate attempts to escape my own depression. It doesn't actually make any sense, it's not actually going to solve any problems or fix anything whatsoever. It's going to leave me in a bad situation, but now in Taiwan. What do you think? Well, whatever you want. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing or what? Because I know that, you know, when my dad moved away, he really tried hard to spin it into a positive. He tried to like brainwash me into thinking that it was a positive thing. And then years later when I realized that was terrible for me, it was good for him, but it was terrible for me. And then I said that to him, and he blamed me for feeling that way. Like I was wrong to feel that way. I was wrong to think that. Not like I have to go along with his like bullshit brainwashing optimism. Oh no, this is gonna be great. I'm moving to New Jersey dads. Why would that be great? It's no way beneficial to the kid. It's only beneficial that was beneficial to him. No? But I don't think this has to be like that because I don't know. You chose not to live with me, right? So clearly, right? And also, like, if it is not a really good thing, if it's not a great thing, then, you know, we can take effort to compensate for that by talking more. But just while I'm in Taiwan. Again, like, I think even when you were coming here, like over the summer or last year, like we had better conversations on the phone than we did when we were here. When we were here, you always wanted to go to Vienna's. And we actually talked more when you were at your mom's. We talked on the phone, right? So, I mean, that's kind of the way it is. It's not like when you were littler and we needed to like actually spend the day together with like, you know, me making you your meals and making sure you got to school and got, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. So, I don't know. I just read that like at your age, what girls are looking for from their father is like just a little bit of advice on their social life. That's what it said. I don't know if that's true or not. I was like, oh, okay, like that, you know, like. But that's because your social life becomes the most important thing to you, right? And your parents become stupid and annoying. That's just what happens. That's just what happens at your age, right? It happens to everybody, basically. So, you know, if that's the case, then it's like, all you really need is like somebody that you can call up and talk to once in a while. You know, not somebody that's planning out your meals for you and etc. So it just, you know, like, which I think is different because like for me, like with my dad, it wasn't like that at all. Like it wasn't like I just needed someone. And he also didn't talk to me. Like he had his own life and his own family in Colorado, in New Jersey, personally in Colorado. And when I tried to talk to him, he's like, "Yeah, okay, great, everything's going great." I'm like, "No, that's the opposite of what I said." He's like, "Okay, so it's great. All right, bye." You know. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, if you're having issues, regardless of whether it's social issues, having issues with your homework, having issues, you know, we can talk about that. We can talk about that anytime. Got it? Does that sound good or no? Or you don't even want that? I think that sounds terrible. Are you sad? But I mean, it's also possible that like I'll stay there for a little while and come back when it wouldn't be that long. But I haven't seen you in 6 months, so what does it even matter? If I had been in Taiwan for the last 6 months, what would be the difference? I think the last time I saw you was in July. Okay. But I mean, it seems like I'm never gonna see you, so I might as well be, you know? So like, it doesn't really make a difference if I'm here or on the other side of the world. I mean, yeah, it's just like when I'm so broke, like I have to care about my business and almost nothing else. It's my only hope, you know. And for you, like your social life is becoming more important. Your parents becoming annoying. So those two things, like just like, oh well, let me focus on my business. Let you focus on your social life. And you talk on the phone once in a while. Is that okay or not? I mean, not that it matters whether it's okay or not, because I've lost control of the situation a long time ago. But anyways, we need to get your stuff out of here. But we need to get it to you in a way that your mom doesn't realize that's why. I was thinking that. What's that? try to meet or meet with grandma or whatever before I leave. I almost don't want to do that. It's going to be really emotional. So it's going to be this big cry fest for me personally, not for everybody. But I don't know. It will be the last chance for a while, for sure. You okay? You want to get a little bit? It's kind of weird. It's just spicy. You better not be smoking in there, bro. No. No. No way. That's part of the reason I'm doing it. There's just this. It's like it's weirdly like it's still kind of almost wrong for it. But they're gonna have to they're bothering us. Things like that. You know what that is. I'm supposed to be working. That is what I'm supposed to be doing. But I feel bad. Like it's kind of bothering me by making noise. And it's like it's so annoying. Yeah, I don't know what yeah, like, what we were saying about some of the shots stuff. And so, well, she doesn't have the time to do that. It's time. If she doesn't teach her, and then I have to come back and show up and work. That's her plans. And if I don't, it's an automatic for her. And it's just like, as you go this job, I don't actually have to pay this. It's not getting actually we don't pay for real thing. So if I come back and visit one time, basically I won't be able to come back to it. She doesn't even know that I left. She probably doesn't know that. All right, she might. that I'm not willing to do the contract. Why? Yeah. Yeah. We all try to avoid the virus. Yeah, yeah, everybody's encouraged to go out and interact with people. And then everybody would get little doses of children all the time. Yeah, it's a very, yeah, I mean, the chipmunks, they're very, like, violent. about binary? No. Binary is like it's either 1 or 0. There's no 1 or 0. Binary code is just a string of 1s and 0s. So yeah, that's the term non-binary. It's binary. It's male or female. There's no in between. That's binary. Right? So non-binary. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't already know this. Maybe it's been brainwashed you, but that's what everybody should know. But interesting. I heard it was like, the transgender was the rate at which people are reporting as transgender is like much decreased in most college age. So I thought maybe that was already also the case. Right? There's still trans gays. Wow. Those are good buttons. Okay, anyways, I didn't look this up. But gender is what? Why do they use the word binary? Make sure you know that. That's right. Good job. Yeah, like it's chicken pox, like either you had it or you haven't. Either you had it or you haven't had it. But like viruses and bacteria are a lot less likely. You might have some amount of immunity to it, or yeah, your body's aware of it. There's, or like had like a severe infection, and like your body didn't do it. But you got like little doses here and there for viruses or bacteria. That, I think you just develop a little bit of immunity to it. But the other thing is, it's just like it's like crops, like monocrop. Okay, well, like if you drive through, say, Wisconsin, right? Field after field after field of soybeans, and this fields of soybeans, each grown soybeans. And then if you drive through Indiana, it's like endless fields of hay. Just hay, all hay. And then Nebraska is all corn, just mile after mile after mile of corn fields. Okay, so if you get a new insect that eats corn, if you wipe out all of those corn fields, right? Okay, but like before, the way the farming was done, you wouldn't have just acre after acre after acre of the same crop. You would have lots of different crops. The same. Right, it wouldn't, the growth of that bug wouldn't become massively explosive. And it also wouldn't do as much damage because that's the same thing that we have bacteria and viruses that you're exposed to that are around you. Then they're present in small amounts of life. You have this ecosystem, and then like one new virus can't just come in and just destroy you. But if you try to be very antibacterial and take showers every day and wear masks, keep social distancing, all that stuff, then you're putting yourself in a vulnerable situation. You don't have like this ecosystem of viruses and bacteria. But yeah, it's not as I told you. that right? Yeah. I mean, just. Are you still there? Is your mom still there? do you say leave me alone, old witch in Chinese? Is this the code that you speak with your friends in? I remember when I was a teacher, we had a fully developed code language for every single thing. What were we talking about? Viruses, bacteria, COVID, getting in trouble. You got in trouble a lot. You got in trouble a lot for repeating things that I said to you. There's a sugar. There's something with sugar in it. Yeah, and they were like really fat. They were like 400 pounds. Like, no, sugar is perfectly okay for you. Eat more sugar. Drink more milk. Yeah. It's just propaganda from the milk companies. It's all, all the things that they like developed in World War II to like mass produce. Things are easiest to mass produce. So whatever's the easiest you can mass produce and like make it like long lasting and shippable. That's what you need to like put it. If you want to like send an army to the other side of the world and like keep them fed and clothed and stuff, you need to like everything needs to be mass produced, needs to last a long time, and it needs to be shippable. So then when the war ends, you have like this huge capacity for these things that are like mass produced, shippable, and long lasting. So then you have to like convince people to consume it because like it wasn't actually what people wanted to consume to begin with. So yeah, instead of like the supply meeting the demand of the people, it's like first the government came up with a way to supply this. And then they came up with a way to convince us that we want it. Right. But I don't know, when I was a kid, it was like every single time I'm watching cartoons, every commercial break, there's a commercial for milk. I can still sing you the songs from the commercials, and it's all this health benefits that were like just total exaggerations. But yeah, is calcium super important? Yeah, I think that's mostly like propaganda too, that whole idea. Like your bone density depends on the amount you use your bones. Like every time you're physically active, your bones tear a little bit, just like your muscles do, and then your bones repair themselves. So like if you are physically active a lot, your bones become denser because they're getting little tears and they're repairing. Little tears and repairing, So like the idea that like your bone density depends on your calcium intake, and that the best way to get calcium is from milk. That's like it's just gaslighting you. They're thinking you have to drink milk. Yeah, I don't think milk is bad necessarily. It could be good, but it's just very distorted politically. That was actually really nice just to listen to you and your mom talk to each other, even though it was very awkward since I was like pretending not to be on the phone and also you were trying to get her out and she would leave. But it's nice. It's always nice to be around your mom without her hating me because she doesn't know that I'm there. She's lonely. So do you have any plans for the break? What? Oh my god, alright. Good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool. You practicing, bro? Cool. Wanna help me? He's doing high school things. Yeah, I mean, there's no fun for him. Hopefully it was last year. She's in your grade? Okay, so but she could participate. Just out of her own volition. It's not like the school was like, it's pointless to let the same person win. Yes. You asked her about that? Huh. You asked your English teacher about that? Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, good luck. Yeah. Well, that's okay. Being like really good at flying is like, oh, it's not stupid. Yeah, that you should be good at spelling as like a byproduct of using language to do things, like to do debates, for example. And then you just happen to be good at spelling because you have these language skills you've built. But it's like the spelling shouldn't be the goal, it's the byproduct. You know what I mean? Right, exactly. And I really get to the point where it's like you're spending more and more time learning things that are less and less useful. The only thing that they're actually useful for is cleaning the spelling bee. Right. But, well, there's the SATs, whatever, but even that, I don't know if it's been transferable, but same, the SATs is the same, some people spend a lot of time and effort to get a really good SAT score. They think that that's really important. And it's like, at least the original idea was that, the point isn't that that you study for the SAT score, to get a good SAT score. The point was that like, the SAT could tell you whether or not you were good at like scholastic work in general, at academic work in general. Is it kind of like that? Right. Yeah, and that's actually the same thing they're saying about like the new version of ChatGPT 5.2 came out or whatever. And everybody's saying it's like so terrible because it does really great on all the tests. Like they made it so that it does well. All the ways that they test AI, like it's just designed specifically to pass those tests. But like in general, it sucks. You follow what I'm saying? Anytime you try to like measure things, then you start to distort the thing by like changing it just, yeah, right, because you change it just so that it like does better on that measurement. Well, anyways, okay, so you guys going to be coming up on Friday? That's like the last thing, and then you're off for a week, for 2 weeks. Oh, today? Oh, okay, what days is Litters for? Oh, okay. What? What? Hmm. You created the literature club. Cool. Who joined it? Cool. Are you going to fix what you read then? At the end of the semester, at the end of the fifth each class. Oh, okay. But so the spelling bee is going to be during class also then. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Who else is in it? Silas? Did you change your pen? Yeah. Is he always reading James and Jack Beach? Have you read that? Oh, is that right? And you're his diet fellow? Or what? Is that what they call you? Light yellow fellow? That's pretty great. wonder if I have a laptop for that. Yeah. Oh, I said a joke the other night. Everybody laughed. They thought it was funny. It was I've always felt comfortable around black people because I'm the black sheep of my family. So what's that joke? But people are like, it's not funny. No, stop saying that, because I was saying, like, I think I should be allowed to say the N-word because I'm the black sheep of my family. That's the joke I told you. Really? What did you say about that person? Yeah, okay. They have these animal parents. It was just like a one throwaway line that you like it's stuck with you, huh? But what was it? Yeah, so I don't know. I think I like softened. I think he's saying like I've always been comfortable with black people, instead of actually allowed to say it. That's it softens it up. It makes it easier to accept. Yeah, I feel like every joke I told got a good laugh, except for the one about kissing that never gets a laugh. Everybody's like, what the hell? Stop talking about that. What is wrong with you? And then when they don't laugh, I'm like, okay, we're gonna try this one more time, guys. They're like, no, please stop. It's not funny. It's disgusting. Please stop talking about it. I'm like, no, it's funny. Trust me. We're gonna keep going with it for a little while. And then after like 3 tries, I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I do it. But there's just no way to. Actually, I made that. Actually, I'll tell you what I honestly said, okay? It's kind of gross, so prepare yourself. And don't, don't take actions. Don't model your actual behavior after this. Well, what I said was, I was like, I talked to my daughter for the first time in a while. And I asked her, what is she gonna get grandma for Christmas? And she said, I'm probably gonna get an abortion and make her eat a suit. Okay, I'm sorry, there's an actual thing. I forgot that there was another thing going on here. Wait, what movie is this? Okay. Because for me, when I'm telling the joke, I'm referring to the lady that offered me this suit, which I wasn't referring to like any media. I forgot there was like a thing about fetus stuff. Anyways, what were you gonna say? Are you trying to soften it up so people don't think it's so disgusting? Oh, I don't think anybody knows about that movie. It's a pretty niche thing. So I said I hadn't talked to her for a long time, and I asked her what she's gonna do for Christmas, and she said that, and then I said like I'm starting to think I understand why I lost my city, starting to understand, and usually parents usually kids ruin their parents' sense of humor, but in this case, it went in reverse. I feel like if I switched it around, I mean, like, starting by saying, like, oh, like, usually kids ruin their dad's sense of humor, but in this case, it's the other way around. So that they're, like, a little bit prepped that, like, something terrible is about to be said. Anyways, yeah, but, I said some other, there's probably good ones there, you know. A lot of people, they like to yell at the police when police go by. It's like they yell pigs or something. I always yell at them because you haven't met. Is that funny? Yeah, it's like the most hilarious things you ever put up. Trying to think what the other one. I mean, it was all like these jokes that I was telling everybody. Like I was telling these to my housemates, you know, like, oh, that sucks. Not funny. Not funny. Not funny. Not funny. And like I actually believed them. And then when I went up and told them on stage, it's like every single one got a laugh except for the PS2 one. Yeah, I think so too. I can't give up on it. But I don't know. I mean, I can. I'm not going to comment anyone. I can't see I don't see how it's going to happen. Like with these guys here, like we were calling the comedy clubs all around the country, and like making them chatbots and trying to sell them chatbots, and then we were like trying to make the videos we made for them be like really funny. And then, I was like, had this like database of comedians, so that you put in a comedian's name and it will show you like their Facebook, their Instagram, their TikTok, and like their biography. And so like everything was like was all comedy related. And we're all know each other from comedy, so it's all like, but going to Taiwan, I'm not gonna go do stand-up comedy in Taiwan, like, I would either have to do it in English or Chinese. I mean, if I would do it in Chinese. If I was gonna do it at all, it would be in Chinese. I'll say that. But that's a whole nother challenge, like a whole different, difficult challenge, being somebody that's, you know, trying to be funny in a language that's not your native language. No. It was good. Okay, let me hear it anyways. Qing Zhong Bao Guo, okay. Okay, you're 100% right that I did not follow that joke. Oh, what's the name of this character again? UFA. And it's from Chinese history. Shit. Oh, UFA. UFA was born in 1103. Died in 1142. But that. Oh, my Chinese has actually gotten a lot worse, but yeah, obviously, it's gonna last like 3 seconds.
Şöyle bir kaçıyorlar.
So maybe just try this out.
Ya, yok.
I don't know. These guys talking their sleep. Anyways, so that's the joke about UFA. Wait, was that joke from like your Chinese history class or was it? Was it fun when you wrote it? But it's like you only got it because you've just been studying about that character, about that guy. Cool.
Bu
Oh, it's binary time. 1010. Time is not non-linear. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Why do you think that is? Where are they getting their topics of conversation from? From TikTok? Really? What do you got? Like what? What do they like about it? You know? Wait, one more time. What is the point of the shipping? Mm-hmm.